Hi guys, this is Gutaj here from Roman PT, and from last couple of days I've been seeing that there are a lot of students who are not able to get the desired scores in listening and writing. And when I talk to them, they say that they have done their dictations 100% correct, they repeat sentences 100% correct, but still they were not able to get their desired scores in listening and writing both. Guys, then there are two things which you are not able to do properly in the exam. First is listening summaries, that is summarize spoken text, and the second question is listening fill in the blanks. Listening fill in the blanks, there's nothing much. You have to listen to it and then you have to write the proper spellings and grammatically it has to be correct. That is still something which you can easily do when you're practicing a lot and you know what all words you can expect in the exam, which you can easily find from our website as well, the repeated exam questions. But the main thing which students they don't know is how to attempt summarize spoken text. That is, some of the students they call it listening summaries as well. Whatever you want to say, summarize spoken text, listening summaries. So today the main motive of making this video is to tell you how to do summarize spoken text and some basic first of all we'll start with the basic overview of summarize spoken text, the marking and the time limit, and then I'll tell you how to make the notes. So first of all, if I have to tell you about the basic overview, in the exam you can expect 2 or 3 summaries. It depends on the question set which you are getting. Sometimes it can be 2 summaries as well, sometimes it can be 3 summaries as well. The time limit allotted for every summary is 10 minutes. Now in this 10 minutes, the timing of audio is also included. That is 1 or 2 minutes it will be allotted for the audios. And then once this 1 or 2 minutes of audio is finished, then the remaining time it is allotted for your writing. So whatever time has been given to you, let's suppose you're left with 8 minutes, always divide it into 2 parts. Spend some time on writing and some time on proofreading. See, proofreading is very much important, which a lot of students they don't do. They think that okay, whatever they have written, they are very confident. They think that whatever they have written, the spellings are 100%, the grammar is 100%. No, please don't do this mistake in the exam. You have full 10 minutes. If you are able to finish the summary within 6 or 7 minutes, the remaining time is not at all going to add up in the next question. So it's better you utilize the whole time. You read your text again and again, revise your summaries again and again, so that you can eradicate any grammatical or spelling errors, whatever you have committed just because of the typos. So please proofread your text again and again. At least spend 2 to 3 minutes on proofreading the text. Then comes the word limit. The word limit of summarized spoken text is 50 to 70 words. So within 50 to 70 words, you have to write the whole summary, nothing less than 50, nothing more than 70. If you're writing something within 50 to 70 words, you will be getting 2 out of 2. I'm not saying that you have to write exactly summary. If you are writing something within 50 to 70 words, you will be getting 2 marks. That means that this 2 marks is just free marks, bonus marks. So at least whatever you're writing, at least complete the summary, write it within 50 to 70 words, you will straight away get 2 marks. Especially for those students who are aiming for overall 5 or overall 6 because they want to transfer their tourist visa to student visa, or they want to extend their student visa, whatever it is, 50 to 70 words, 2 marks straight away, you can easily get 50 bands or 50 score, and you can easily get your student visa extension or whatever you are aiming for. Then spellings. One thing which I mentioned here was proofreading. If you're not proofreading your text, you'll be doing a lot of spelling mistakes. And in summaries, the spellings are allotted 2 marks. If you do 1 spelling mistake, it will be straight away 1. If you do 2 or more than 2 spelling mistakes, it will be straight away 0. So your 10 marks summary will straight away go to 8 marks with just 2 spelling errors. So it is better to proofread your text again and again so that you can eradicate these spelling errors and you can easily get these 2 marks. Again, bonus marks. So it's better that you proofread your text so that you can easily get the desired scores. Now the very first thing which you have to keep in mind while you're doing your listening summaries is note taking. If you're not able to make the notes properly, it is going to be very difficult to get your desired scores. Note making is one such thing on which 75% of the summarized spoken text is dependent. If you're able to write your summaries if you want to write your summaries properly, this is something which you have to keep in mind. And there's a way of note making. and this is where most of the students they get stuck. This is the main point which I wanted to highlight today, that how to make the notes so that you can easily write a summary which can fetch you 79 plus or 65 plus or 50, whatever your desired score is. So whenever you're making the notes, please don't write single words. Always write some phrases or some broken sentences or broken lines. Always write some phrases or broken lines. What happens is sometimes students they write single words. So students they will write 15 to 20 single words on the lecture. Once they have written 15 to 20 single words on the lecture and the lecture is over, 90 to 95% of the students, what I have seen is in the classes is, they will forget what was the relationship between first word and second word. What was the relationship between second word and third word. And when you don't know the relationship between the words, you cannot make a summary out of it. And if you try to forcefully join the words, it will not make grammatical sense. It might make grammatical sense, but it will not be as meaningful as what the speaker said. Again, you lose marks for content. So don't write single words when you're listening to the lecture. Always write some phrases, always write some broken lines. Broken lines or phrases means, if I talk about a standard English language sentence, a standard sentence is made up of 16 to 18 words. One sentence. Out of 16 to 18 words, only 8-9 words are meaningful. Rest are just is, am, are, will be, shall be, to, from. That is what it is. So I just want you to write those 6-7 meaningful words from one line, 6-7 meaningful words from other line. So basically meaningful words from one line, meaningful words from other line, meaningful words from other line. At the end of the day, if you have 4 or 5 lines like this, that's it. You will be able to write a very good summary if you have 4 or 5 broken lines, if you have 4 or 5 phrases with you. So whenever you're listening to the lecture, please don't write single words. Try to write some phrases, try to write some broken lines, and if you're able to write 4 or 5 lines, you'll be able to write a very good summary. Altogether, in a lecture of 1 to 1.5 minutes, speaker is going to speak approximately 20 to 22 lines. Now out of these 20 to 22 lines, I just want you to get 4 to 5 lines. If you are able to get 4 to 5 lines out of these 20 to 22 lines, you'll be able to write a very good summary. And if I do a little bit maths, for every single line, you have an option of leaving 5 lines. That means out of 20 lines, if you have to write 4 lines, for every single line you are writing, you can miss 5 lines. What I mean to say is that once you have started writing one line, don't leave it in between. Keep that line in your mind. Write it down on the notebook. Doesn't matter, let the speaker go. Whether she is speaking, whether he is speaking, whosoever the speaker is, let them go. Don't worry about it. First of all, you complete one line. Once you have completed one line, now the speaker is on 6th line, you write the 6th line. You have missed 4 lines in between, it is completely fine. Now the speaker is on 11th line, you write the 11th line. Now the speaker is on 20th line, you write the 20th line. I just want you to get 4 or 5 lines from the lecture. If you have got 4 or 5 lines from the lecture, you simply put these lines as it is there. You'll be able to write a very good summary with very less grammatical errors. Why? The grammatical errors are less because whatever the line speaker is speaking in the lecture, speaker is not going to speak grammatically incorrect lines. Speaker is going to speak grammatically correct lines. And when you have the grammatical correct lines here, you are just adding some helping verbs there and putting it in the summary. There won't be any grammatical errors. Content, you have a lot of content because 4 to 5 lines, you can easily fulfill the word limit. You have picked up the exact words, exact lines of the speaker, and computer is just going to match your answer with the transcript of the lecture. More words are matching, more lines are matching according to computer, content is correct. So content marks you are getting, grammatically correct you have written, grammar you are getting, you have done proofreading, your spellings are correct, you have written everything under word limit, you'll get very good marks. This is the main thing which you have to keep in mind. Please don't write single words. Try to write just 4 or 5 proper lines from the lecture. Put these lines as it is. That's it. You will get the scores. Second thing. Your idea should go in a flow. Sorry for my writing. I'm just writing it down and my brain is working a bit faster as compared to my hand, so that's why maybe my writing is going bit here and there. But yeah, I'll still read it out. Idea should go in a flow. Idea should go in a flow means whatever the speaker has said in the starting, you write it in the starting. Whatever the speaker said in the middle, middle. Whatever the speaker said in the ending, ending. So you should go in the same way the speaker is going. Let's suppose you have picked up the first line from the starting part, put it as an introduction in your summary. You have picked up two lines from the middle part, put it as your body paragraph in the summary. You have picked up one line from the conclusion part, put it as your conclusion in the summary. So that is how you have to do it. Idea should go in a flow. Whatever way you have written it from the lecture, just try to write it in the same way when you are writing down your summaries. This is the second thing which you have to keep in mind. If you are able to do these two things, you will easily get very, very good scores in your summary. And then when you have 4 to 5 lines, you don't even have to use any template. If you have very less lines, like you have 2 or 3 lines, you're not able to cover up the word limit, then you can use some templates like the speaker mentioned about, the speaker also described about, finally the speaker argues about. You can use these lines to at least cover up the word limit. But if you have 4 to 5 lines, you won't even require any template to complete the word limit because you have a lot of words here. What you can simply do is the lecture provides brief information about, or the lecture offers insight into whatever way you want to start, and then you write the line, first line. Firstly, next line. Secondly, next line. Moreover, next line. Lastly, next line. You have 4 to 5 lines. You simply put it there, firstly, secondly, thirdly. You will get a very, very good score. So this is how you have to frame your summaries. And everything, I'm again saying, boils down to your note making. If you are able to make your notes properly, you'll be able to write a very good summary. Last thing before I'll play a lecture and then we'll write the summary. Last thing before that, whenever you're making the notes, what I have seen is students, they start writing one line and then they think that the speaker is going on and on and on, and they're missing a lot of content after that. So they'll leave that line in between, they'll jump onto the next one. Same thing happens in the next one. They will leave that line in between, they'll jump onto the next one. At the end of the day, they have 8-9 lines, but all of them are half of lines. Then they're not able to join the lines. It is not at all giving any proper meaning. It is grammatically incorrect. Then they don't get the scores. So if you have started writing something, keep it in your mind as a dictation. Keep that line as a dictation in your mind and write that line on the notebook first of all. Once it is completed, then you jump onto the next one. Once it is completed, then you jump onto the next one. So that is how you have to make the notes. And once it is done, simply put firstly, secondly, thirdly, and then you'll be able to write a very good summary. And once you are done with everything, before doing next, please proofread your text again and again, so that you can see whether you have done a lot of grammatical errors and all, and then you can rectify the mistakes. I hope you'll be able to understand how to write the summaries. And to make the things easier for you, what I'll do is I will play one lecture and I'll write the summary for that lecture, and maybe you will get a better idea how to make the notes, and that is something which will help you to get your desired scores in PT in the very next attempt. So I'll rub this off and I'll write the summary for you. One more thing, if you want to get scores in listening, then please don't underestimate your speaking. Repeat sentences, retail lectures, they carry a lot of weightage for your listening. So please do them properly. Repeat sentences is something which requires a lot of practice. So you have to practice a lot if you want to get your desired scores in listening. So if you have to practice a lot on your speaking as well. Okay. Now what I'll do is, this is our portal, and from there we can log in, and students, they can access their mock test and they can access the repeated exam question. So I'll play one of the questions which have come in the exam a lot of times, and I'll make the notes for that. And once we are done with it, then you can have a better idea how exactly the note making has to be done. So I will just write 4 or 5 lines. I will not write more than that, and that is what I need. If I'm missing something in between, doesn't matter. I just have to write 4 or 5 lines. One from the starting, 2, 3 from the middles, one from the ending. That's it. So I'll play the lecture now. So just keep an eye how I'm writing the notes. I'm just concentrating on one line at one time, okay?
Drink. Cacao and chocolate were an important part of Maya culture. There are often images of cacao plants on Maya buildings and art objects. Ruling families drank chocolate at ceremonies, and even poorer members of Mayan society could enjoy the drink once in a while. Historians believe that cacao seeds were also used in marriage ceremonies as a sign of the union between a husband and wife.
The Aztec culture in current-day Mexico also prized chocolate. But the cacao plant could not grow in the area where the Aztecs lived. So they traded to get cacao. They even used cacao seeds as a form of money to pay taxes or give as offerings to the gods. Only the very wealthy people in Aztec societies could afford to drink chocolate because cacao was so valuable. The Aztec ruler Montezuma was believed to have drunk 50 cups of chocolate every day.
So that is what you have to do. You just need to have 5 lines with you, and that is what you have to put it as it is. So how I'll start is the lecture provides a brief information about cacao and chocolate. First of all, cacao and chocolate were an important part of Maya culture. I have the line as it is, I'll put it there as it is. That's it. Secondly, ruling families drank chocolate at ceremonies, and even poor could enjoy once in a while. I have the full line, I'll put it as it is. Thirdly, in Aztec culture also prized chocolate, but cacao couldn't grow where Aztecs lived, so they traded them. Again, as it is. Moreover, cacao seeds were used as a form of money to pay taxes or give offering to God. Lastly, Aztec ruler was believed to have drunk 50 cups of chocolate every day. So I have 5 lines, I'll put these lines as it is. That's it. This is what I have to do. So this is what I'm saying. If you have 4 or 5 lines with you, you can easily write a very, very good summary. Now I have written something from the introduction, something from the body, something from the conclusion. My idea is going in a flow. I have written a lot of content. It is grammatically correct. I'll get good scores. One thing, if you would have noticed, when I was writing this line, speaker was going on and on and on. I didn't leave this line in between. First of all, I completed it. I waited for the next line and then I wrote that line. I didn't write anything in between. So this is what you have to do. When you have started writing the line, first of all complete it and then you jump on to the next one. Okay. So I hope this video would have helped you in getting your desired scores, or this video will help you in getting the desired scores. Sorry for that. And if you have any other questions, you can just write in the comment section and we'll be more than happy to help you out. Just stay tuned to our channel. We'll be keep on updating the new videos related to the repeated exam questions, or maybe related to the other tips and strategies. And one thing before I wrap up, guys, please just don't think that only repeated exam questions can get you the desired scores. Till the time you are not practicing in the same environment, in the lab environment, till the time you're not getting the right feedback from the trainers, it is going to be very, very difficult to get the desired scores. So please keep this thing in your mind. Don't just rely on repeated exam questions. Practice, improve your skills. If you have new questions in the exam, if you have good skills with you, you can easily get your desired scores. You can easily attempt those questions as well. So thank you so much, and I hope this will help you in getting your desired scores. If you have any other things in your mind, you can just let us know and we'll be more than happy to help you out. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon again. Thank you.